have Jihad with us. How are you, Jihad?
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Jihad, how are you, my friend?
What's the topic?
The topic is how to do wudu. How to do wudu, Jihad?
Before you pray,
Yeah.
you have to put the water on your face,
Okay.
inside your nose,
Okay.
inside your ears,
All right.
on your hair, on your arms, on your legs, and on your private parts.
Okay.
But when you wash each individual body part, you should do it 3 times each.
All right. So 3 times, and let us count together.
That's how the Prophet did it.
And you have to wipe your hair, right?
Oh,
your head.
but hang on. But before we get into that, can we set the record straight? Because the other day you said that I was using the F word and I threatened to kill you. That's not true. You must be confusing me with somebody else.
Yeah, there's many people call themselves Jihad. Who can, I don't know. You know.
Okay,
somebody.
but I didn't do those things.
Yeah, it's not
so
you.
You shouldn't accuse me.
I'm not saying you. I didn't say you. I'm saying as someone. His name is Jihad, etc. He is saying I can show I show the text. You know. Actually,
yeah, sure. Because it's not me.
Yeah, but
anyways.
Anyway,
so now, send it to me.
So now you missed something. You missed something that your prophet he have to wipe his head with that water too. Correct?
Are you talking about? So are you referencing the hadith where supposedly the Prophet alayhi salam took a bath in water that might have possibly not been clean?
Not possibly. It says there's dead dogs and women blood from menstruation and rags and garbage, and you just said he took a bath, so you agree he took a bath there. Okay,
but don't you know that he lived in the desert, my friend, when the water is very scarce?
But he is the only one who was doing that. You see, in the desert, because water is so little, nobody throw garbage in it unless it is bad water. Correct? This is the only source of water. I mean, you just say that there is little water. So why in the world anyone want to throw garbage and dead dogs in the only water they drink? Obviously, this is not the only water they have. And you know that Muslims, they have Zamzam, correct? So Muhammad, he can't go to Zamzam. According to Muslim, this is very holy water. And he can't clean himself. It's in the same town. So why he need to go to that water?
But this is not a good argument. I mean, you know, you can come with something else, because this is from at that time, things were different.
So at that time,
maybe at that specific time, he needed to pray, and there was no water around him at the moment. You see, so
okay. Let me ask you.
Where are you going to go with this?
So why people are questioning how he do that? Because if this is normal at that time, then nobody should be asking how you do that.
Well, because, you know, I mean, they have a question, and he told them that...
No. This is not a question. They are saying to him, read carefully. You do this?
Well, if you need me to read the screen, I need to get my laptop. So just 1 minute. Because I'm calling you with my phone. Just 1 moment.
All right. Did he hang up? I think he hung up. He will call me back.
No, I did not hang up.
Oh, okay.
I'm here. Just 1 moment. Okay. YouTube. So, will you allow me to talk about the Bible too?
We can go on if you want, but trying to change the topic, no problem.
No, not now. We'll finish the topic.
Okay.
At some point in the conversation.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
So? Sorry, Jihad. Somebody called by mistake. Fatima, if you keep calling, I will block you. I'm talking to the person. All right, Fatima, if you call one more time.
Hello?
Yeah, there's somebody, Sheikh Fatima, he called and I accepted his call by mistake.
So are you hanging up on me to take another call?
No. By mistake, I accepted his call.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're back to the topic, right?
Yeah. Read.
It was said, "O Messenger of Allah, you perform wudu from the well into which the bodies of dogs, menstrual rags, and garbage are thrown." He said, "Water is pure, and is not made impure by anything." So,
Yeah.
what's the issue? What's the issue?
Well, the issue now, your prophet, he is preparing himself to pray to Allah. Correct?
What's the issue there?
I'm saying that your prophet, what is the purpose of the wudu? The word wudu.
The word wudu is to purify yourself.
Okay.
Clean yourself.
So how you purify yourself to meet Allah? By putting water, have dead dogs stuff in it, women blood from period, which will be all over the water, very dirty, and even the hadith says stinky garbage. So how you are purifying yourself? In one hand,
I mean, it's not something I would do.
Yeah.
But
why you will not do? Why you will not do?
Because I have running water, because I live in the 21st century.
Well, there's always rainwater somewhere. Otherwise, those people, they will be dead.
Okay, so are you trying to say that there was running water that he could have used?
Are you saying to me that people, they used to drink from that water and at the same time they throw their dogs in it and garbage?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? It's obvious. There's no way. People will kill you if you do that. I mean, if this is the only water they have, and then you throw garbage in it, or you pee in it, or you throw because when women, they throw their menstruation rags, this is worse than peeing. Do you think there's any human being, little tiny group of people who live in a place, have little tiny body of water, and then what they do, they throw garbage in it, and they throw the dead dogs. I mean, you can throw the dead dog in the sand. You don't have to throw it there. You can throw your rags in the sand. You have a desert. You have the whole desert.
But do we have to agree with this hadith?
What do you mean you have to? This is sahih.
Yeah, but I thought it's been established now, and I thought you were well aware that not every sahih hadith is correct. And I thought...
So now we have a new game, that not every authentic hadith is authentic.
You know, in my opinion, I don't trust all of the Sahaba. I do not.
You don't?
Because I think some of those Sahabi were liars in my book. Some of them. So... But if we're going to operate under the assumption that this is sahih,
okay,
and the Prophet did it, then the Prophet did it, and he knows what the best thing to do is.
So why you
Allah will protect him from any disease coming to him.
He did not. Allah did not protect him. Your Prophet is always sick.
He's always sick.
Yeah, I can show you tons of hadith about him.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean he's always sick?
Okay, isn't it your Prophet? He says that we, the people of the prophets, Allah, He tests us by being sick, and He mentioned being sick because of a fleas, literally.
I've never heard about that.
Okay, let me show you the hadith. But what do you think about a prophet? This is explained why he have too much fleas. You know, because being dirty.
But CP, let me explain to you. This is not the essence of Islam. These finer details of the Prophet's life that you're mentioning, this is not the reason why we have Iman. At the end of the day, we seek to pray and to fast and to believe in Allah and to believe in His Prophet and to believe in what He taught. But you go to things like, you know, the Prophet, he was a man, so he lived in everyday life.
He was a dirty man. Not a man. He was a dirty man.
So, based on the resources that he had available to him, and nobody can be really certain
Well,
for
no,
sure. I
hold
mean,
on, hold on. You see, if this is what people do, I ask you, you said yourself, I will not do that. And there's no way people, they are going to throw garbage in the water they drink. And obviously, this is not the water they drink from, right? Read with me carefully. You're a prophet here. This is how sick he is, always is. He always have a fever. He's always sick. And why he is sick, it's clear that Allah did not, as you said, Allah protect him as you claim. Actually, even Muhammad died by poison. What protection? Then it says here,
he died by poison?
Yes.
By a Jewish woman?
Yeah, she bought poison from Home Depot for rats, and she put it in the food for him, and he died.
From where? From where?
From Home Depot. What? I mean, there's no Home Depot at that time. Don't tell me there's no Home Depot at that time. That would be shocking news for me. I mean, how in the world people they can live without Home Depot at that time? Come on, the jihad, don't do that to me. Come on, you know.
Home Depot.
Yeah.
Man, this is all just a joke to you, huh?
Okay, so now I'm asking you. So you're a prophet. You said he's protected. Read with me carefully. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri reported that he came, and actually you speak Arabic, you do not need the English one. Shall I send you the link?
You can send me the link, but I still
okay. Okay,
you know that like I'm third grade with Arabic reading.
Okay,
so
no
we
problem.
can do English. I'll accept it.
He came to the messenger of Allah, may Allah bless him and grant him peace, which while he had a fever, he had covering over him. He placed his hand on him, and he discovered that he is hot above the covering. Not only is hot, I mean, guys, even the covering.
Well, hold on, slow down. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri reported that he came to the messenger of Allah, may Allah bless him and grant him peace, while he had a fever. He had a covering over him. He placed his hand on him and discovered that it was hot above the covering. Abu Sa'id exclaimed, "How hot your fever is, Messenger of Allah." He said, "We are like that. The affliction is hard on us, but the reward is doubled." And that's all I can read. I can't read anything else.
Okay, continue. I screwed down.
Is doubled for, let me see. Okay. For us. He said, "Messenger of Allah, which people have the greatest affliction?" He replied, "The prophets, and then the righteous. One of them was tested by poverty to such an extent. One of them, that's true. In the Bible, you have.
Continue.
One of them was tested by poverty, and a prophet cannot get sick. I mean, if he's a man, he
continue.
One of them was tested by poverty to such an extent that he could only find a robe to cover himself with, and he wore it. Another was tested by fleas until they killed him. They have greater joy in affliction than one of."
So Muhammad, he was suffering from fleas.
And another was tested by fleas, but did it say Muhammad exactly, or was it say one of them was tested by poverty?
So are you saying your prophet don't have fleas?
He could. I'm not saying that he didn't, but I'm not saying that he did, because I never seen anything that he did. But if he did have fleas, why would that be such a big deal? I don't get it.
Okay, because
if he's a man, and he gets,
he's a man, no problem. He's a man. The Muslim actually, in his time, they are full of fleas. You are right, and I can show you that all of them they are full of fleas. To the point, the fleas come from their head like rain. But this is another question now. Why a person, he is a prophet of God, he been taught how to do ablution. And ablution, the purpose of it is to be clean. The purpose is to meet Allah. Let me ask you, the woman in Islam, she is not allowed to pray when she have her menstruation.
No, a woman should not pray with menstruation.
Exactly. What menstruation does then, according to the Islam, then for the woman, to make her not to be able to
Okay. Okay.
Make her impure, correct? Impure.
Yes.
Okay. So you're a prophet now taking a shower, and you are the one who use a bath, or not me. He taking a bath in a water have menstruation blood drags. So how he is preparing himself to meet Allah, and how he forbid the women from praying to Allah because they have menstruation, yet
Or
himself he
maybe,
jump in the
maybe
water.
he just made, he made a mistake.
Oh, that's a mistake. But now Muhammad he established a rule saying
Do
that
you think
water.
I know? How do I know?
What do you
Like,
mean?
I mean, I wish we could have a topic about something that I know about or that I'm prepared
So
for. But
jihad,
this topic,
the
okay,
second,
if the prophet did it, he did it.
okay,
That's that. We
okay,
cannot
no,
change it.
no, but we are questioning. You see here, we are questioning his. He have a mental illness. This guy. I mean, there's no way a person he have
No,
little
no,
brain.
no.
Okay, hold on. What is the sign, the clear sign of somebody have a mental illness? Can you tell me? How we know if somebody have mental illness?
Well, there's a it depends, CP, because there's a lot of different kinds of mental illnesses that exist. There's
Okay,
depression, there's anxiety, there's
okay,
schizophrenia.
uh-huh.
So it's not something you can
Okay,
pinpoint
you said
exactly.
you said the
Especially
three. You said the three things to me. Can you say the first one? And we'll go second and third. The first one is what?
there's depression, there's
Depression.
anxiety, and
Okay.
there's schizophrenia.
All
The
right.
first two being
Okay.
more mild and common.
Did your prophet try to commit suicide because of his depression?
I heard of that, but I heard that was because in the beginning he was very shocked that he
Okay.
was a prophet.
So now we proved, me and you, that Muhammad was suffering from bad depression to the point he tried to commit suicide. Correct?
Because CP, he wasn't
Doesn't
aware
matter what the
that he
cause.
was a
What
prophet.
doesn't matter. You see, I asked you, what is the sign of mental illness? You said depression. It's you who choose it.
But I was speaking in terms of what exists in our
Okay,
society.
I ask you,
My friend, why
how
do you
we
do this?
know,
Why
how
do you
we know,
interrupt?
hold on, how we know that somebody is mentally ill? You said the word depression, not me. And here, actually, this is not depression. This is way more than depression, because not everybody have depression. He will go throw himself from the top of a mountain. This guy is suicidal, and not only that, he tried
But
to commit.
it doesn't mean that he was bogged down by life to the point where he wanted to kill himself.
No,
It just because he
no.
was receiving, you know, revelations, and at first he wasn't aware. He didn't know what to think.
That make him more guilty, because if you are a person who believe in God and you know that God is true, then you should not kill yourself, because God is not sending you revelation no more. God, he do as he wish.
But wouldn't that have been before suicide? Like, because I don't think that he would, and that the Arabs knew that suicide is haram
My
because
friend,
they didn't.
what Arab they knew? Anyone, a human being, you do suicide, you lost your mind. This is what happens.
Of course,
Okay,
of course,
so
of course.
how many times your prophet he tried to do that? The hadith says he attended many times, several times, and then each time he go to the top of the high mountain, the angel he says to him something specific. Do you know what he said to him?
Can you put it? Is it on the screen?
It's in the screen.
Would appear before him and say to him what he said before. to throw himself down, Gabriel would appear before him and say, "O Muhammad, you are indeed Allah's messenger in truth," whereupon his heart would become quiet and he would calm down and would return home. You see, I don't know if I can believe this because it sounds like there are some Sahaba who they were jealous of the Prophet. They want to be the Khalifa, and they want to be the ones in charge, and they are trying to defame him.
Okay, so based on your opinion now, that obviously there's somebody trying to make Muhammad look bad.
Yeah, it
Okay.
has to be the Sahaba who they want to be. Maybe they want to take power of the Muslims after him, or they want to make him look bad in some way. So they so they make these stories on him.
Okay, so now in order to find a solution for the madness of Muhammad, we claim with no proof that this is a fabrication of the Muslims who they are the most close people. How come Omar did not say this is false? How come Aisha did not say this is false? How come none of them say this is false? How come you have it in your book and this is Sahih Bukhari?
Well, I just think that there needs to be a reevaluation of what hadith should be accepted and what hadith should not be accepted. Some scholars need to sit down together and sort this out, because if there's a lot of this kind of stuff in there that nobody can answer, then I think some of these should get taken out for sure.
But this is Sahih Bukhari. How you can take it out from the Bukhari?
Because how they want to embarrass the Prophet, like this kind of stuff that's written about the Prophet, it's insulting him. Alayhi salatu wasalam.
Okay, so you
So
agree?
how
Okay.
can we accept it?
Okay, so guys, the Muslim for the last 1400 years, they did not see this as insulting. Jihad today, because he went to school, he is more educated, he is smarter than people before generations, he is not naive, he find that this is very embarrassing and very insulting. Correct, Jihad?
Yeah, I find that there are certain hadiths that are insulting, yes, to the Prophet himself.
Okay, why you are saying this is insulting?
Because this hadith is depicting my Prophet alayhi salam as if he is not a sane man, which we know that he was.
What
He was a sane man. He was a man with a high IQ. He was a
Your
man.
Prophet, he was a man of high IQ?
Oh yes, he
Can
was
you-
a smart man.
Can you
He
prove
was a
that?
handsome.
Can you prove to me that he was a person who is a smart man?
He was a businessman.
He was working
He
for
used to-
Khadija.
he used to-
He never been
he
a
used-
businessman. No, listen. He was not a businessman. He was working for Khadija. And a smart man, he will not go and work for somebody, at least for a period of time, maybe to collect some money to start his business. But Muhammad never had his own business. He's not a smart man. He's always working for somebody until he claimed to be a prophet. And that became his business. And as you see, this person is suffering from mental illness. Is it true that your prophet, he imagined himself he had done things which in fact he did not?
There was also a situation where I thought that they might have been making up hadiths, but that was when maybe he got sick and he had a black magic.
He got sick.
But again,
where? He got sick where? In his brain?
well, I guess somebody they put a spell on him.
So you are in the year 2021. You believe that somebody can put a spell on you?
So are you saying that we have to accept this hadith as well?
My friend, I'm not the Muslim. You are the Muslim. I don't accept all this garbage. For me, this is all garbage. Muhammad himself. I'm not insulting you, but you know my opinion. Don't ask me. You will be offended. So don't ask me what I think about this. I think this is always garbage, and everything is all Islam is garbage. But you are saying to me things doesn't make sense, just to avoid the fact that your prophet of. Because look, we discovered that he tried to commit suicide. We found him jumping in the muddy water full of dead dogs and wind blood from period, and even rags, you know, and even the garbage. I mean, this is not a behavior of somebody of a brain. And the top of that, now we find that Muhammad, he imagined himself had done a thing. In fact, he's not. And how you explain that to me? You say he was bewitched. What does that mean? What bewitched mean?
Well, I guess he had a spell on him from a Jewish woman.
Okay, what does that mean? What that spell does to a person? Now, a Jewish person, here we go, we have to blame the Jews, you know? Okay, a Jewish person, he made a spell on Muhammad. What happened to Muhammad by that spell?
You know, I want to say that, you know, when you look at hadiths on the internet, you have to take it with a grain of salt because, you know, the Mossad agency of Israel.
The Mossad agency. But my friend, this is Sahih Bukhari. Even Sahih Bukhari written by the Mossad agency now.
But did we pick this book Sahih Bukhari written by Imam al-Bukhari, taken from a library in Saudi Arabia?
Doesn't matter. Go and find. Okay, if I find the same hadith from the Islamic government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, does that will make a difference for you? I can get it to you from there.
So I mean, who knows with these online hadiths? Because we know.
Don't play the game, Jihad. I respect you as a man. You are different. You know, not like those kids who call me. So talk to me as a man, please. If you have a proof that this does not exist in the true Sahih Bukhari, then get me busted. Otherwise, you're just trying to find a solution to escape. That's the truth, Jihad. This is embarrassment. So look, Muhammad is a person who jumped in the dirty water. Muhammad jumped in the dirty water. Is that a behavior?
I mean,
no, you have no answer. I agree, but don't answer saying this is fabricated and this is Mossad. This is a joke. This is something written more than 1,200 years ago, and you say to me this is the one who the Mossad wrote.
Well, you have to be aware that Israel does want to keep the Islamic nations divided.
Okay,
so those Jews are very smart.
Okay,
and they do speak Arabic. Okay. And they do study Arab society very well in order to keep us divided. We are 300 million population. They are 6 million, and they are winning everything because they stick together and they keep the Arab divided.
Okay. So, when the Hadith says that the Prophet he imagined himself doing things, including sex, and that is mentioned by Aisha. How Aisha she worked for the Mossad?
Well, I guess you don't understand the point. I mean, they study the history enough to fabricate it in that way. But let's go.
But there was no Israel. There was no state of Israel when this book is written. Israel is just 60, 70 years old now, the new Israel. So what are you talking about? Mossad and CIA. What is that, man? Read with me in the Quran.
Okay, let's assume this is true.
Hold on. We are not assuming.
If this is true.
This is not assuming. This is your books, and this is Aisha. This is the first witness, Muhammad, he have. This is not assuming. Now, if we go to the Quran, chapter 87, verse number 6, it says that Allah, he will recite the Quran for Muhammad, and Muhammad will not forget. Do you agree with that verse?
I agree with the Quran, yes.
Okay. This is not fabricated by the CIA, the Mossad.
No.
Okay. So if Muhammad he forget the Quran, then this verse is fabricated then. Do we agree? If Muhammad he forget the Quran, that means Muhammad he is really a fabricator. Because if Allah said to him, we will give you Quran and you will not forget the Quran, that's it. If God is with me,
so why do I hear things that sometimes you hear that there's there was a goat who ate some pages of the Quran, and then some 70,000 ayat, and the one we have now is 6,000. So this is another thing that I'm investigating.
I did not get you. I'm saying the goat who ate the Quran, that is additional problem which we don't really care for. We can go for it later. But do Muhammad forget the Quran? Do Muhammad, he promised that his God, he promised him he will not forget the Quran, and then he forgot the Quran?
No, he will not. The verse says he will not forget the Quran.
Okay. And then the hadith says that Muhammad, he forget the Quran.
The Quran says he forgot the Quran, or
the hadith.
Like, are you saying there's another verse to say that he forgot the Quran?
Hadith says that your prophet, he forget the Quran. Your prophet, he forget the Quran.
But in that verse of the Quran, who is Allah speaking to? All Muhammad, the Muslims?
No, Muhammad specifically.
How do you know?
The verse, read it.
I have you went to the hadith now.
Oh, okay. Let's go to the verse. Hold on. Sorry.
So then what is this about the goat who ate the Quran?
Well, this is a holy goat, obviously. Allah, he sent his goat, maybe. I mean, oh, you know what? I think this goat is sent by the Mossad. What do you think?
Well, I wanna know about it. It's in the hadith.
Yeah, I can show you the hadith, no problem. We can go there.
We shall now make you read, so you will not forget. Okay. So he will not forget the Quran.
But he forgot the Quran. Here we go. This is the hadith. We will go to the goat later, maybe after this one. Do you see? The Prophet heard a man reciting the Quran in the mosque, and he said, "May Allah bestow his mercy on him, as he reminded me of such and such verses and such surahs."
But does that mean he needs to memorize it letter by letter?
Well, isn't the verse says Allah will recite the Quran for him and he will never forget? Yeah, letter by letter, like you can.
Yeah, you will not forget. You will not forget about the Quran. But I mean, it's
No, he says I will give you the Quran and you will not forget the Quran. That's it. Isn't you Muslim? You say the Quran preserved by letter, blah blah blah. This is what you say.
You have to be a hafiz. You have to study.
Hey, but this is the Prophet. Hafiz. You keep repeating what Muhammad said, and that make you hafiz, which means you memorize, which is very silly and stupid. Because who care about memorizing a book? We care about understanding the book. And your Prophet, he confirmed that when he pray, he skipped verses, he skipped even the chapter, he skipped it. So what kind of a prophet he claimed that Allah, he gave him Quran and he will not forget? And then when he pray, people, they say to him, "Hey prophet, you missed those verses. Oh prophet, you did not say this."
What?
Yeah, this is what it says. This is the hadith in front of you.
Allah's apostle heard. Wait a minute. Which one are you going to? I'm trying to read one. The Prophet heard a reciter reciting the Quran in the mosque at night. The Prophet said, "May Allah bestow his mercy on him as he reminded me on him, as he made me remember such and such verse which I had missed in such and such surah." What do you mean? What is he forgot?
Yeah, you are saying
forgot.
Yeah, you are saying he did not forget. He did not drop it. He said, "I missed." In the translation, it says, "I missed." In Arabic, it says, "Asqattuha." If you don't like this translation, let me show you. Here we go. It says he dropped. Here we go. This is your Muslim translation. This one is even nicer. It says, "He reminded me of such and such verses and such surahs." He not only he forgot verses, He forgot surahs, which I dropped from my memory. This is the Muslim translation.
But isn't he a man?
But the Quran says we will recite Quran to you and you will not forget. You Muslims are really weird. When you want, he's a man. When you want, he's not a man. If God, he said to him, I am God, I will give you this book and you will not forget the book. And then we find that Muhammad, he dropped chapters from his memory. If not that Abdul, this chapter is gone. So when Allah, he made a promise to Muhammad that you will not forget the Quran, Allah was making a false prophet. So listen, now we confirm that Muhammad is mentally ill because he jumped in the water. Dirty water have dead dogs. Administration will feel the wudu. He do water, which is from the menstruation rags. In the top of that, Muhammad, he tried to commit suicide. Obviously, you are the one who pick up the option that have suffering from bad depression. And now Muhammad, he's lost his mind. He imagined himself had done a thing. In fact, he did not. Even he dropped the whole Quran when he said that the Quran promised him, that Allah promised him, that he will never forget the Quran.
I just want to say one thing. Okay, so when you look at all those ahadith, they might sound bizarre to us in our time, but we cannot.
No, it's not the sound. It's not sound bizarre. It is bizarre. You are the one who said that. It doesn't sound bizarre. I said
it might sound.
No, it's not might. Don't say might.
Our modern age.
Is it bizarre or not?
What I'm saying is, it might sound bizarre.
You keep using the word might. Is it bizarre? A man, he jumped in the water, have dead dogs, and win blood from period. A man, he claimed to be a prophet of Allah.
See, this is the problem, CP. You don't allow a person to make their point, and that's why.
Because you see, I am different from others. I go after you by the word, by the letter. Others, they let go. I don't. This is religion here. This is about God. This is about salvation. This is not about we say words and we jump and we let it behind. You can do that with other Christians. You cannot do that with me. So you said it might sound. It doesn't work with me. Either you say to me it is bizarre, or you say it is not.
I am telling you that we cannot apply the same standard of logic that we have now as back then. Let me give you an example of that.
Give me an example.
Many people. Okay, so this issue of the, or not issue, but this topic of Aisha radiallahu anha, her age being 9 years old. This didn't come this didn't become a talking point to try and defame the Prophet until the 21st century, because you had for thousands of years or hundreds of years people from all different generations and all different backgrounds. They used to criticize the Prophet. They used to try to defame him, but they never came to that point. Nobody in the 13th century, for example, who wanted to criticize the Prophet alayhi salam, would ever say anything, oh, he married a girl that was 9 years old. No, because obviously at that time, people in Europe did it, people in China did it, people in India did it. So that's what I mean by a different standard of logic between then and now.
Let me ask you. Do you have a proof that any person in the time of Muhammad from the Arab, he married children?
I believe it did happen, yeah.
Okay, do you have a proof?
I'm not aware of any reference,
okay.
But
is it true that even Abu Bakr himself was shocked when Muhammad asked for Aisha? And he said to him, but and he tried to
I actually never heard that.
You never heard of anything I say. I know. All Muslims, they do that to me. Because Muslims are ignorant about the religion. When Muhammad, he went to Abu Bakr, he did not say, hey, let us have a party. But he said, I am your brother. How you do that to me?
Oh, I am your brother. Because he didn't understand that it's not brother of blood. It's
no. You see, he should be happy. He knew first that he can marry because he is not his brother. And Muslims, they marry from each other anyway. That's a joke. So why he's trying to find an opposition? Because this is sick. And look, Muhammad, he forced Abu Bakr to accept. Abu Bakr did not accept. Read carefully what he said.
But the Prophet did not
No, he did
have
not even
marital
give him.
relations
He did
with
not
Aisha
even give him a
until
chance.
after she had her period.
No,
After
that's not
she
true.
had
I can show you the reference. Don't go there. Don't go there. This is the lie. They keep lying. I can show you the hadith. It says it clearly that she did not have her period even when she became 14, which means more than 7 or 8 years after she married your prophet, if we can call him prophet. So read with me carefully. Prophet asked Abu Bakr for Aisha hand or in marriage. Abu Bakr, he said, but I am your brother, which means, come on.
You got off the page.
The Prophet said, you are my brother in Allah religion and his book, but she is lawful for me to marry. And he took her. And then he married her at the age of 6, and he was fondling her until she is 9. She is his wife.
You need to, okay, I've heard you say this before.
Yeah.
Fondling.
Yeah.
Where do you get this from?
Well, Aisha, she said clearly that he did intercourse. She mentioned the intercourse at the age of 9, correct?
Yeah, but you said fondling her.
Okay, but she's his wife, correct? She's wife.
Yeah, but do you have proof that he did that?
Well, here we go. She's his wife already.
All right. Regarding this hadith, it doesn't show that Abu Bakr objected to the marriage on the basis of Aisha's age. It just shows that he was ignorant about the definition of a brother in faith versus a brother and blood relation. Okay. Therefore, I don't see any problem with this hadith.
Okay. Did your prophet ask?
Yes.
Did your prophet he ask for the hand of a woman when she is an infant?
Well, 6 is not an infant.
I'm saying she was an infant. She is just born.
But she was 6, right? Not.
Come on. You see, I'm just trying to find a solution for your perverted prophet. Okay, forget about all of this. Let's go back to 0. So,
but you said the word infant. An infant means newborn baby.
Yeah, newborn baby.
Means 6 years old.
Yeah, did your prophet he asked for the hand of an infant baby? She's 1 day, 1 year old, or 6 months, a month. Are you there? Hello? Are you there, Jihad? The guy, he went to the house of somebody, and he saw that they have a baby infant. He said, when she grows, she will be my wife. Like, what the heck? She's an infant. He just asked for the hand of a newborn baby. Isn't it clear this is a sign of mental illness? So look what we did. We showed him that their prophet, even he imagined himself having sex. In fact, he did not. The prophet, he imagined himself doing things. Yeah. So I was saying to you, Jihad, when a man, if a man, he come to you, and you have a newborn baby girl. I know what happened to this guy. Are you there? Bad internet, huh? All right, Jihad, get yourself ready. We have Tawsif Ahmed. Let us see Tawsif Ahmed, a new Muslim in the scene. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you are live on air, my friend.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I do. Go ahead. Are you listening to us on YouTube? You are live on air.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want to say?
So I want to tell you, ask you, why don't you debate with Farid if he has already challenged you for the
call him right now. Let him join us a conversation. Go ahead.
here. He has already said in the
Don't tell
video
me
that
send him.
here
No,
you
no,
can
no, no.
overshout him,
No, I
you
don't
can
go. I
mute
don't.
him, you
No,
can
no, no.
disconnect
Listen,
him.
listen. If somebody want to debate me, he can debate me. Call him right now.
Yeah, but why can't you do it
No,
public
Zach and Mike, listen. Don't waste my time. If you
public
have,
debate or
if you
a
have,
online
if you
debate?
have
But there
somebody,
should be
if you
a moderator
have
or a
somebody,
moderator.
if you have somebody who dare to debate me, well, bring him. You are the one who says why you don't debate this one. I welcome
Yeah,
him.
because here you can mute here, you can disconnect, you
No,
can
I
overshout.
make a promise in the front of you. If I no, I make a promise in the front of you right now. If I mute him, I lose the debate.
Not only mute, you can shout, you will
Okay,
change
he
the
can shout
topic.
too. So what the problem? So what? He will shout
Right?
too. Are you telling me how to
That's the
talk?
thing.
Don't
If
waste
you
my
want
time. Don't waste my time. If you, you
an
know,
online debate, we can have mediator
bring
between
your
both
boyfriend, any
debate.
boyfriend of your choice. I don't care. Fifi,
Yeah,
Mimi, Dudu, Susu, Zach, and
mediator
Malik.
between you, then debate.
You Muslims are scared like
You did 107 lies videos on you. So you have an answer on that. You have made up Imam Murrah lie and many
let him
things.
call me and we
So
will talk about it and everybody will laugh. Okay, why you don't call him right now and tell him let us talk about Imam Murrah and people will laugh.
so see, he has already challenged you for public debate. You don't
This
even
is
have to
public.
show.
We are in the internet. Why don't public? You see the potatoes. I mean, guys, he challenged me to a public debate because he knew that I don't go anywhere. I sit in my computer and I make Muhammad shish kebab. So all of them they share the same thing. We will debate you only if you saw us face to face. But how come they debate others in the internet? This whole Abdul himself, he debate Muslims, he debate other people live on YouTube too. How come only me he can't debate me? And people, they want his answer. People, they want to see how I lie. So listen. You are a liar. You are a liar, and you are hiding. You are hiding yourself behind a coward. Listen.
I have seen you people being abusive, shouting, and saying bad things to people. And a Christian, a good Christian, that.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. I will say something to you abusive. Hold on. In the front of everybody. Hold your horses. Please let me talk. I will say to you something abusive, and you tell me if this is good. Go and suck the penis of your father. Is that good?
You say many things, bro. You say many things. So
is that bad? I just said something. Go and bite the penis of your father. Is that bad?
You say everything bad, bro.
Okay, but this is what your prophet said. But this is what your prophet said. Do you see the hypocrisy? You're Muslim, you claim I say bad things. I'm quoting your prophet. So you're a prophet, he says, go and bite the penis of your father. So you Muslims, if you're people who care about language, you shall not follow a man. His name is Muhammad. He goes and say to people loud in the street, go and bite the penis of your father.
You are not a good example of Christian, first of all.
I'm asking you,
you just say,
is it a good example of a prophet to say go and bite? Is it a good example? Is it a good example of a prophet of God to say go and bite the penis of your father?
Example of Christian. So you are just
kid. Abusive. I heard you saying things abusive. I'm quoting your prophet. Go and bite the penis of your father. Is that bad? He said yes. I said to him, is that bad? He said yes. Obviously it is, yes. But this is not me. I will never say such a thing. I do be. You have the most filthy prophet. And you Muslims are afraid that I will say to you abusive things. Look, they became the girls now. They need protection from Christian Prince. أعدوه بهم أبيه. Tell him to go and suck and bite the penis of his father. How dare you? Abu Bakr, he said, suck the clitoris of Allah, which is proven to us that the black stone was a vagina. And the black stone was a vagina of one of the goddesses. Go and suck the clitoris. Why Christian Prince? You go and debate in public, brother. They trend you in public debate. This is public debate. I have almost 2,000 people watching. This is not a public debate. Which place will fit for 2,000 people? And why I want to go anywhere? I go, I drink my coffee, I go live on air, I spank Muhammad, everybody laugh, and I'm done. فَأَعِدُّوهُ وَلَا تَكَنُّوا. Tell him to bite the penis of his father. What kind of a prophet he used such a language? And the Muslims complaining, saying, Christian Prince, he say abusive. Like what? Suckle me? This is what your prophet said. Guys, read with me carefully. All of you read with me carefully. Whoever, the prophet said, whomever attribute himself in lineage with attribution of Jahiliyyah, which means before Islam, then tell him to bite his father penis. President Prince, you say abusive things. I'm quoting your prophet. Christian Prince, you are shouting us. Your prophet, he used to beat Muslims when they come to him. I can show you the reference. Tell him to go and bite the penis of your father. Is that a da'if hadith? No. It is sahih. Do you see it? How many of you now want the reference? Who want to give me one? This is a good one, isn't it? Hey, why you don't debate Fifi and Susu and Dudu? They are the one who don't debate me. I'm not. I'm here. I just said to him, call him right now. Put him live with us. Correct? And not only that, I made a promise. If I hang up on him, I'm the coward. Change. I have a specific deal for him. Usually I hang up on people with their kids. But I want to consider him kid for this time. Or anyone, bring me Zakir. But then the word hur is a plural word. And me, male and female. So the guy who called me, his mother, she will have a long line of men. They want to if her in the heaven. You should be proud of Zakir Naik. Why you don't let Zakir Naik call me so we can laugh? Imam Murrah. The kids of Muta. They follow a filthy, dirty prophet. How many of you save the reference? Because later you will say, Christian Prince, where we can find this hadith? This is what people do, trust me. Where we can find this hadith? And let me teach you something for those who watch my videos later. When you want to find something, let us say people copy my video and they don't have reference there. Try to copy the most, let us say, something special in this line. Like, then tell him to bite his father, copy that part, and put it in the search engine. You will find the reference. Because later you are watching the screen, you are not, you know, you don't have the same chat we have now. As you know, I don't keep my videos. Do you see what I'm talking about? You see abusive things, and I love it when the Muslim they play victims. I really love it. And I love it when I see the Muslims are very much intimidated by someone who is a Christian. They claim to be heroes and terrorists. When our army, we have 2,000 soldiers all in Afghanistan for the last 2 years. And Taliban is dead. Don't dare even to move. The second they heard that we are leaving, Suddenly they are heroes. We are leaving, we are in the airport. And we told them we are leaving 5 years ago, and the Muslim they claim victory. War with Israel. Israel almost arrived to Damascus. Israel took Jerusalem. Back. This is their land. After we take Jerusalem, the Muslim they celebrate victory. Why you don't debate me and celebrate victory anyway? Are you afraid that I will say to you, go and bite the penis of your father? And they say to you, you hang up on us. I hang up on you. Look, this guy, he won't let me talk. Coward. I don't want to debate with moderator. No, I will debate with moderator. You are the moderator. Let me call him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abdul, I agree that you are a moderator for us. Can you call Fifi? Can you call Fifi?
Have you changed your mind?
I changed my mind, yeah. I want you to call Fifi right now, and you are the moderator.
Not here. We have a moderator between both of you.
You are the best man, my friend. I want an Indian person from Pakistan. No, listen, don't waste my time. You are saying to me, you want a moderator, go call him. So why you mention his name if you are not with the
challenge him from here, from your platform.
Okay, I'm challenging you, all of you. Can you call any Muslim sheikh? Forget about this kid. And you are the moderator. Can you do it now?
Tell that we will moderate between us.
Can you do it now?
Tell the people that you
go and bite the penis of your father. Bingo. The words of your prophet. Don't claim to be a hero, be the one. If you have any hero, he can stand for me, I'm here. It is them who run away from me and not the opposite. It's not me who said I'm not going to call you. It's not me who's saying I'm not going to take call from you. It's them, cowards, potatoes. And here again, we prove that Muhammad is a filthy, mentally ill person. How in the world a person who claimed to be a prophet of God, he says such a language? Go and bite the penis of your father.
Hello.
Hey Jihad, how are you?
What's going on?
Did you hear what we're talking about?
Something about the father's penis?
Yeah, I mean, what kind of a prophet? Do you think your prophet is really mentally ill? I mean,
hello?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I mute YouTube?
Yeah, mute YouTube so they don't have double voice.
Okay. So you said whoever is proud about his lineage, go and bite your father's penis?
Mm-hmm.
Why? I'll have an issue.
Huh?
Why do you have an issue with that?
So it is normal for a prophet of God to say somebody all his guilt, he is proud about his family from before Islam. Tell him.
Yeah, he's insulting the kuffar.
Okay, so let us say you are now.
So Arab pagans.
So are you going to so Jihad? If I am a person proud about my heritage until now, are you going to say to me, go and bite the penis of your father?
There's nothing wrong with it because you can insult the kuffar.
Oh, you can. So you can insult me, right? So your prophet is an insulting machine, and he have a very filthy language. Explain to us how nothing wrong with it, to the point
Allah said, "Jahid al-kuffar wal-munafiqeen wa aghlid alayhim." So that means
translate.
It means to strive or struggle against the non-Muslims.
Okay, by doing what?
And being strict against them.
But you cannot do that to us. You know, we are your masters now.
No, but when I say jahid or strive, it doesn't always mean military,
because now your military is shish kebab.
Yeah, shish kebab. It's a shish kebab.
Jihad, where you live?
USA.
Okay, why you don't go in the street, make a video, says to somebody, go and buy the penis of your father. I want you to do that. Do you dare?
I will do it. I will do it to the filthy people who support stupid causes, such as, you know, anything to do with these liberal causes of all this kind of stuff they're doing.
All of you Muslims, you vote for liberals always. How come? Since when? All Muslims.
I don't have a problem to insult filthy people and tell them anything.
Okay, but you just said anyone is a kafir. You say that to him. Anyone is kafir. All of them, they are kafir.
No, you don't. But here's the thing. Islam, we have what's called akhlaq.
You have akhlaq. Right? Guys, you have a manner. Muslim, they have manner. Since when? So you have a manner, and your manner saying if somebody is proud about his family and he is not a Muslim, you say to him, go and bite your penis, the penis of your father. This is the manner.
What? Okay, so the Prophet is not exercising good manners with the wrongdoers, the fasiqeen.
So guys, Muhammad is exercising filthy manner with them.
But that's what they deserve.
Okay, so according to you now, I will practice the filthy manner. You are a Muslim, you are a black stone kisser, you are following a filthy man who go after children, child molester. Is it okay if I say to you, go and suck the penis of your father?
That's no.
What no?
No, I mean, hey, I mean, you're free to say whatever you want, but I mean, I don't like it. I don't want somebody to tell me this. And we're not.
Okay, so how come you don't like anyone to tell you that? But because you like to tell it to anyone.
Because Allah created the whole globe, the whole earth.
Well, Allah, He created the penis of the father. This father, he have a penis created by Allah. Why you want to tell the guy to go buy it?
So if you want to,
what that will do? And I mean, how that is that a debate? Is that how you debate a person? He have, let us say, wrongdoing. So now you are debating me, and now I put you in the corner. So the final answer is, or this is the beginning of the debate: go and buy the penis of your father. What kind of a debate this debate is? What kind of a filthy mouth he have? He's a person speaking for the Holy God, supposedly. Is that the holy word of the Holy God from the Holy Prophet or from a perverted man?
But Allah told him to be harsh on the unbelievers.
You can be harsh. Here we go. Jesus was harsh in those who they are hypocrite. He said to them, you are a hypocrite. He said to them, you are snakes. He said to them, you are liars. He said, you are the same as the Muslim who play in the corners, and when they fast, they have to tell everybody. He spoke about Muslims.
So you might know,
you do not need to go to say, go and suck the penis of your father. That is the most stupid thing ever.
You cannot have too much pride. You know, I mean, you know, even I believe you guys believe that being proud is a sin, and we believe that too. A man should not go around.
No. You Muslims, look how you broke your things. Muhammad, he said, the one who is proud about his lineage before Islam. So you can be proud about your lineage after Islam. So how it's sin? You Muslims, you have the line of Muhammad, he's the son of etc., the son of etc., the son of etc., but all of them, they are kuffar. So according to you Muslims, Muhammad, he should be the first one who bite the penis of his father. Because he said, I am the best of the Arab, and I am the best from the house of Hashim, and from the Hashim blah, 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 blah. And all of them, they are kuffar. So if we practice what Muhammad said, Muhammad should be the first one.
His father is in hell?
Yes, he said, hey, my father in hell. So how he say that he is proud to be from this family of Hashim, the one who is proud about his family before Islam? You said they are kuffar.
We cannot question the Prophet. The Prophet.
So we cannot. No, we can. You cannot, because you are a potato. We flip him, we make him shish kebab, we cut him pieces, and we expose him. You cannot, we can. Because you're a coward.
I'm a coward.
Yes, you're a potato because you have little dignity. You practice the same rule you just accept. You said if somebody is proud about his heritage before Islam, he deserves it. Well, Muhammad, he did that. Muhammad, he is proud about his heritage, his family before Islam.
No, no, that's not true.
Okay, what if I show the reference?
That he's boasting about his family?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Show it. Show it.
Okay.
Show it. Let me know when I can bring up a subject about the Bible.
Okay, subject. Focus on the penis of your father now.
Hey! This is
your father Muhammad. You know. Here we go. Let us see. This is the hadith. Let us show you the hadith.
Is this how a Christian behaves to talk in the bed?
You see.
Because I'm used to. I see the Christians.
You see. When you are a Christian, Christians, you are a nice person. They laugh at you. They try to intimidate you. When they meet someone like me, they say, "Can you know? How come you are?"
What happened to neighbor love your neighbor? Neighbor love your neighbor.
Okay, don't go there. Don't go there. Let us show you. Let us go to the hadith. Let us show you some of your prophet madness. All right.
Just speak good. That's all we ask. Speak in a proper way.
Well, I just showed you a prophet talking about bite the penis, and that is okay for you. But if I quote him, it's not good.
He's the prophet, my friend. He is the prophet.
So what? He's a prophet. A second ago you said he's a man. When he's jumping from the mountain, he's a man. When he go after a child, he's a man. When he forget the Quran, he's a man. When he have a flea in his when he have a flea in his head, he's a man. When he do cheating his wife, he's a man. But the second we show you his filth, he says we cannot. This is a prophet.
But he is a man. But
he's a man. So how come this man, he can be proud about the people before Islam and they are kuffar? But if the from man, he is proud about the same thing. We said to him, go and bite the penis of your father. Read carefully. This is the hadith. And this is sahih.
Go, put it on.
It's there.
The messenger of Allah came out of one of his apartments, or
apartment.
That's what it said. I heard Allah's messenger as saying, "Verily, Allah granted eminence to Kinana from amongst the descendants of Ismail, and he granted eminence to the Quraysh amongst Kinana, and he granted eminence to Banu Hashim amongst the Quraysh, and he granted eminence from the tribe of Banu Hashim."
All of them are kuffar. All those names are kuffar.
So the descendants of Ismail is kuffar?
Well, first of all, your prophet is not from Ishmael. Secondly, yeah, they are kuffar. Isn't it your prophet father is in hellfire? Is it the people of Quraysh was fighting with them and they are, according to you, from Ishmael? You forgot?
But he's granting eminence to them, the ones who are alive at the time that accepted Islam.
My friend, those Ishmael was alive at the time? What this is what Islam? This is those those Quraysh, Banu Hashim. He said Banu Hashim. He did not say some of Banu Hashim. He said Banu Hashim, and he is the child of Banu Hashim. And most of them they died before he was born. His father died before he was born. His uncle, who died after he became a prophet, long time after, he refused to accept Islam. So Muhammad, he should say to his uncle, go and bite the penis of your father.
What does the word eminence mean?
When he grant them, he chose them. They are chosen people.
It means fame
the kuffar. Okay, let me show you a different hadith so you can love more.
Recognize superiority.
Jihad.
Those are the ones, CP, who are alive at the time with him.
Jihad, I'm not insulting you, but you are a kid. Read carefully with me. This is a different hadith. Read carefully.
I'm a kid.
You're a kid.
Oh,
Here we go.
kid.
Okay, he says, Muhammad talking now. Al-Abbas came to Messenger of Allah, and it is, as it is heard something. So the Prophet stood upon al-Mimbar, which means the high place to stand and talk. He said, who I am? They said, you are the Messenger of Allah. Upon you peace. He said, I am Muhammad, the son of Abdul Muttalib. Does it say that? Abdullah ibn Abdul Muttalib. Indeed, Allah created the creation, and He put me in the best group of them. He is proud. He's proud about his family. He is saying that the children of Abdul Muttalib are the best. But his father is a kafir. His uncles, all of them, they are kafir. And he is proud about them. And then he says, and he made them two groups. He put me in the best group. And he made them into two tribes. And he put me in the best tribe. Which tribe is that? Quraysh. All of them are kuffar. And he made them into houses. And he put me in the best of them. So going back to Muhammad saying, go and suck or bite the penis of your father. If Muhammad had decency, he should be the first one to say to himself, go and bite the penis of your father.
Okay, well, I will look into it.
All right. Well,
I will search about
all right, Jihad. It's time for me to go. So thank you for being with us, Jihad. You are a nice person, but sometimes you talk and you act like a kid. But don't take it as an insult. But I want you to do this. I want you to record yourself. You said you don't mind to say to people in the street, go and bite the penis of your father. And you said you are living in America. I challenge you to do what you say. Go in the street and say to people, anyone who is not good for you, tell him, go and bite the penis of your father. Take care, Jihad. If you don't do it, it means you don't deserve really to be called a man. I want you to record it. I want you to post it on YouTube. And I want to post my challenge with it. And you see, tell them, look, Christian Prince, he challenged me to practice Islam, and I did in America. Let us see if you can do it, if you dare. Take care.